nerds, welcome back to an episode of WNN, your source for the music and music production news. Today we'll be catching up on everything we've missed in the past couple weeks. Why? Because Open Beat fiasco. Watch that video if you haven't, it'll be linked in the description. We gotta talk about ABSYNTH, we gotta talk about Zebra 3, FL Studio Web DAW. Before we get started, make sure to like button, subscribe if you're new here. Otherwise, I don't know, just please hit the like button. Zebra 3 is in public beta currently, meaning anybody can access it. There will be a link in the description if you want to test it for yourself, as well as a link to the license. You need the license if you want to test it for longer than 5 minutes. Okay, it's not exactly 5 minutes, but it feels like 5 minutes. So they've redesigned almost every single thing from the ground up again. And I gotta say, it sounds amazing. We're going to be talking about ABSYNTH 6 here in a little bit. I'm going to be honest, that does not sound as great. They claim this synth has been active development for over a decade. It features the same modular concept as Zebra 2, but the architecture, algorithms, interface, and workflow have been rebuilt from the ground up. Now, I'm not going to lie, it's kind of a pain to look at, but the sound is immaculate. All right, even simple patches sound amazing in this synth. One of the new things they've added is a spline-based wavetable oscillator, which you could previously test in ZebraLet 3. It lets you shape wavetables with guide curves, oscillator effects, and a large set of sound design tools. They've also added a physical modeling oscillator, which simulates resonant characteristics of marimbas, drums, and other struck instruments. It also includes vector synthesis. They've completely overhauled the filters too, giving you over 48 filter types, with more on the way. I think 48 is probably good. I think we're good with 4. I don't think we need more than 48. That is too many filters. It's also being claimed that the interface is cleaner and more modern. I still don't like the interface. If it wasn't for the sound, I wouldn't even be praising this. It comes with 300 presets. Zebra 2 patches will not work with Zebra 3, and that should be obvious because, you know, they completely redesigned it. I'll play a few sounds from it here really quickly. Shout out to Alchemy for letting me throw clips of him noodling around in Zebra 3. Follow him if you haven't. He's a very skilled sound designer. There will be a link to his channel in the description. And it's available for a pre-order price of 179 euros. And the final retail price will be 249 euros. And if you own Zebra 2, you can upgrade it for 30 euros. And if you own Zebra 2 and Dark Zebra, the upgrade is free. I'm not gonna lie, I have not been following all Zebra news, so I don't know what the fuck Dark Zebra is, I'm gonna be honest. It'll be linked down in the description. Gotta say it's expensive, but the sound of it's immaculate. In our next story, FL Studio has released a web DAW. Who is this for, you may ask? I don't know. I actually don't know. There is a waiting line currently to sign up for the public beta. Now, I genuinely cannot think of a good use for it. I don't know what this is for exactly. The only use I could think of is if you're on a computer that doesn't have FL Studio for some reason. Like if you're at a school computer or something, that's like literally the only thing I could think of. Or if you're on a friend's computer and you're just like, oh, I got this beat idea I gotta make right now. That's totally not gonna be some dumb jerk off joke ass shit. Wait, I thought of a beat idea that isn't ass. They state that it has full compatibility and with native plugins. One of the good things about it is that you can create a project in the web browser and then finish it in your actual DAW. So if you're interested in that, there'll be a link to that in the description as well. In our next story, ABSYNTH 6 has been released. You probably already know about this. Where do we start with ABSYNTH 6? Yes, like the drug. No, not really like Zebra 3, as they say. It is a apparently legendary semi-modular synth. In this new version, they have redesigned the user interface, making it much more modern. They've included this map, allowing you to navigate sounds easier. The interface is much better than the old version. No, God! As you can see, it resembles XO. I'm really glad they updated the user interface. Sadly, the sound of it is not as impressive. I don't know, maybe it's just because we have Zebra 3. The public beta came out right next to it, the sound of it's just not as impressive when you put them back to back. Now, granted, ABSYNTH is more focused on atmospheric and texture type synth sounds. It's better for long evolving pads. ABSYNTH 6 has a hybrid engine which combines granular FM wavetable and subtractive synthesis. It has 3 oscillators. One of the biggest selling points of ABSYNTH is their envelope system. Take a look at this. ABSYNTH 6 features a 68-point envelope system offering looping, breakpoint curves, sustained stages, and time-synced transitions. So in terms of what does ABSYNTH bring to the table that's different than other synthesizers, this would be the case here. You can do extremely complex modulation over time. It also includes a mutate function, allowing you to morph sounds into entirely new sounds. A few more interesting points within ABSYNTH are the effects. Granted, it's looking pretty granular. Personally, not my favorite. I don't know about you guys. Just, reverb and grains. That's the only thing we ever hear about. Reverb, grains. And it comes with 2,000 presets, 350 of those being new. One thing I'm noticing a lot of lately, a lot of these synthesizers that are being released don't have as many presets as you'd expect. I mean, they had, 3 years to do this? 350, little on the low end, let me say. 350 new ones, a little bit on the low end. And granted, Brian Eno did work on some of these, so... Also features support for up to 8 channel surround formats, and they've also added full MPE and polyphonic aftertouch support. Now let's listen to the sounds, and I'm curious what you guys think about this. I'm curious on your guys' thoughts on this synth and the presets here. So keep in mind, this is most likely the best of the best here. This is what they chose to put their foot forward with. If you are interested in buying it though, there will be a Plugin Boutique affiliate link in the description. Affiliate links help support the channel and keep it alive. Any support is appreciated. Our next story here, we'll be talking about SERATO SLAB. It's a controller made for SERATO Studio that looks a lot like an MPD. My first thought is, what is this name? Why did they name it SLAB? Is this what we're left with? Or they're just getting random names now? I mean, I guess it's better than naming it Dump or Crabs. Those would be worse names. So it is a SERATO Studio native MIDI controller, claiming to put sampling, sequencing, and performance directly in your hands, bringing the raw feel, instinct, and speed of beat making back to its elements. I am curious how it does that specifically, because nothing about it particularly seems special to me other than the fact that it's for SERATO Studio. So in particular, what I'm going to be looking for is mainly how this is different than using any other controller, especially to measure it against the claims they've made here. So it has a touch strip that you can utilize for sweeping filters, encoders for built-in effects, and there's also exclusive pad effects, such as the wah filter, lo-fi crusher, inverse reverb, and pitch looper. Inverse reverb, you say? What the fuck? I've never heard that. What the fuck is that? I'm saying this because I'm interested. I'm actually interested. I want to know what that is. They claim it brings hands-on control to sampling. Sculpt faster, sharper, and with more feel. Scrub, chop, and stretch right where samples belong. No trackpad needed. I just feel like you could do this already. I mean, I get they gotta sell it, but like, I want specifics. Velocity sensitive pads capture playing dynamics. Holy shit. That's crazy. It features multifunctional dial and encoder modes, allowing you to navigate your project, browse your library, scrub your samples, and control EQ, FX, BPM, key shifting, and stems all from one place. Okay, so it seems like it's got an all-in-one thing going on. You can do everything all from it. So I'm assuming you won't really need your mouse at all if you're using this properly. So it's made for Serato Studio. It also has native control for Serato Sample, and it's an accessory for Serato DJ Pro as well. One great thing about it is the stems mode. There's also a step sequencer mode. RGB pads, holy shit. There's also a keyboard mode allowing you to stay locked in key. Features a bunch of different modes as you can see here, allowing you to even EQ it straight from the SLAB. There's an auto chord feature, key shift and time stretch. So I guess the main selling point here is just that it's offering native control throughout the Serato ecosystem. I could see this being useful for DJs as well that want to include some form of production in their sets. For me, at least, that could be an actual selling point on this. You can also use the SLAB and other DAWs such as Ableton, Logic, Pro Tools, FL Studio, and more. The Serato SLAB is $329. If you're interested in buying it, there will be a link to it in the description. Okay, guys, thank you for tuning in. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you're new here. If you want to support the channel, there's a bunch of ways to do so. Consider just joining my Patreon. You get access to exclusive content, outtakes, other goodies, or becoming a channel member. You get the same perks. There are affiliate links in the description, as well as my second channel. Follow that if you haven't. There is more Weaver content out there to consume. Some of it's pretty fucking good, by the way. Some of it is, some of it's not that good. I'll see you guys next time.